Sila. A familiar voice stopped Sila in her tracks. Bronya, why are you here?
Bronya 姐姐，你怎么来了？
I came here on a business trip for an academic conference, so I dropped by to see you. Really? Why didn't you tell me? You must have been waiting for a long time.
你在外面等很久了吧？
Quick, come on in.
快进屋。
Although it was only a temporary accommodation, the room was still furnished cleanly and cozily. Bronya looked around the room and sighed softly. It was hard to tell if it was out of relief or concern. It's late. How about you stay over tonight? The teachers at Ciara's home gave me lots of snacks. I'll boil some tea. It's been a while since I stayed up chatting with you over tea. I'm so happy. More importantly, how are you feeling these days, Sila? Have you gotten used to this place? If you're willing, I can request for the principal to switch me back to your operation squad. Of course, I'll be glad to work with you. But you must have things you want to do too. You finally managed to get started on the path you want and found what you wish to do. I'll feel guilty if I stalled you from pursuing your dream. But Sila, are you sure you're okay alone? Bronya, don't you have to worry. After all, I've been living alone for a long time before this. Sorry, Sila, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I want to hear your sincere thoughts. I always believed in you and have witnessed your growth. You're very mature and strong now, but being strong doesn't mean that you have to endure everything alone. Sila, are you sure you're okay alone? I'm fine, Bronya. I'm doing well. The work at Jigsaw is going smoothly, and I've grown a lot. Even made a lot of new friends. Even if I'm left alone, I also... Don't be afraid, Sila. Nothing will change, even if I'm not by your side anymore. The gentle whisper of the night breeze blew over the girl's ears, like a wave that tries to ease her heart. Sila leaned her head on Bronya's shoulder and hid all her emotions in the dark. You're right. What do I need to do to accept this? The other Sila, she's not here anymore. Perhaps too much of her past tugged at her heartstrings. Tonight, the memories she had buried deep in her heart resurfaced in her dreams. Everything started from the orphanage. A weak girl incidentally found about her other self, who was hidden in the shadows. Life was full of obstacles. Through all the turmoils, her other self gained her own persona, appearance, and name. She shared the girl's life. Then, as expected, I'm back here. The theater of domination. Something always feels off coming here. No one is around. It's completely empty. Yes, this was the place where I first gave complete authority over my body to my other self. Even though her memories about the urge of dominance weren't unpleasant, the girl still had good memories here. That was the first time she fully opened up her heart. As expected, You're not here
你也不
either.
在这里。
Weak
懦弱的匹
Pinocchio.
诺曹，
A muffled voice was heard from an unknown spot at the edge of the theater. Who's there?
是谁？
Who's speaking?
谁在说话？
Let's go and
过去
take a
看看吧。
look.
匹诺
Pinocchio,
曹，秘密
secret
朋友，
friends. Is
这
this
是
a fairy tale?
童话故事。
Lonely Pinocchio.
藏起来了，
The sound is
声音越来
getting
越近了。
closer. Afraid
要被
of
偷
his
走。
friend being taken. That is Weak
懦
Pinocchio
弱的
had a
匹诺
secret
曹
friend.
拥有一个秘密朋友。
Lonely
孤
Pinocchio
独
was
的匹
worried
诺
about
曹
losing his
担
own
心失去唯
friend,
一的
so
朋
he
友，
hid his friend
所
away.
以他把朋友藏起来了。
Even though
即便如此，
Pinocchio was
匹诺
afraid
曹
that his
还是害
friend would
怕
be
朋友被
stolen
偷
away,
走。
Pinocchio thought,
怎样才
how
能
can
保
I
护
protect
好
my
朋友？
friend? And
匹诺
finally
曹
thought
想
of a
啊
way.
想啊，终于想到了方法。
He thought,
只要
I
把
just
朋友
have
藏
to
在
hit
连
my
我自
friend
己
in a
都找不到
place
的地方
that
就
even
好了。
I cannot
这
find.
样想着，
With that,
匹诺曹忘记了
Pinocchio
朋友的所
forgot where
在。
his friend was. From then
从此
on,
以后，
Pinocchio
匹
never
诺
had
曹
to
再
worry
也不
about
用担心
losing
失
his
去
friend.
朋友了。
Walking towards the mirror, Sila finally heard the full story of this fairy tale. What a
好
strange
奇怪的
story!
故事，
Is the voice coming
声
from
音
the
是从这
mirror?
面镜子里发出来的吗？
A full-length mirror stood silently before her, like a long door headed to the unknown. Looking in the mirror that was reflecting a dim light, an inexplicable sense of unease grew in Sila's heart. She clenched her fists that were damp with cold sweat as she walked towards the mirror. When she saw the reflection in the mirror, it felt like her blood had frozen into ice. She finally understood the source of that unease. The reflection of the mirror, the girl who had always had a gentle smile, had blood-red eyes. How?
怎么？
I am...
究竟？
Sila stared into the mirror with fear. The girl in the mirror had the same expression. A question was posed to her, seemingly from deep within her soul. Do you really not know what's happening? Sila trembled uncontrollably. She saw countless fragmented scenes flashing before her because of her dizziness and blurred vision. A devastated world, enemies that cannot be defeated. Numerous wounds, rivers of tears, arduous battles, and an abrupt farewell. Disorganized snippets of memory scattered like shards of broken glass, piercing deeply into the girl's chest. The last scene she saw in her mind was how her pure self quickly lost the shine in her eyes. Sila stumbled and held herself against the mirror and trembled as if she had been electrocuted. Why? Why did things end up like this? Because they were facing an undefeatable enemy. Because they never found a way to victory in the end? Because destiny preferred to toy with the ill-fated? Or because of me? The rest is up to you, the other me. Don't worry, Sila. We'll resolve everything. I'll protect you, just like every time before. Why didn't I fulfill my promise? I am the only one who can protect you. That's supposed to be what happens. That's supposed to be what happens. That's supposed to be what happens. I am the only one who can protect you. I am the only one who can save you. I am the only one who can let you live on. As layers of her gentle facade was peeled away, they revealed the truth, drenched with blood. The crimson of the eyes of the person in the reflection was so intense that it was almost dripping with blood, as if to constantly remind her of who she really was. Just like a silent taunt from destiny. Look, you've deceived the world. You've even deceived your closest companions. But you still cannot deceive yourself. No, that's not true. It's not like that. It was not Sila who vanished, but this must be it. This is the only way. A body can continue to live without a shadow, but how can a shadow live without a body? So she must be the original Sila. And it can only be that Sila. Sila is right here. No? She reached out her hand and covered the red eyes of her own reflection. It's alright, Sila. You get to meet lots of new friends. You won't feel lonely. Don't worry, nobody will distance themselves from you because of your past, and nobody will feel you because you're weird anymore. You'll be loved by everyone and live a life illuminated by sunshine and surrounded by flowers. Don't be afraid, Sila. Nothing will change, even if I'm not by your side anymore. Are you alright, Sila? I'm alright. That's right. How can she explain such a ridiculous yet realistic memory? know, Sila isn't a crybaby and a dummy anymore. Oftentimes, she handles herself more maturely and bravely than you. These two seemingly unrelated things have given you a vague premonition. The faith of the masses and a heart that is selfless would only conceive a flower that would surely wither. Its fragrance is rich, but to smell it, one must prepare to face death. Maybe my previous mistake dragged everyone into this. Perhaps what you saw was your future. Even though she rebuked Vita back then, the gas definitely broke her heart. If that illusion was not an illusion, if what she saw was really the bloodied reality from making certain decisions, even if the probability was merely 1 in a billion, she absolutely didn't dare to ignore this risk. I'm really fine. I just dreamed that the two of us had a huge argument. This was a hasty excuse. If the other her decided to press on that matter, she definitely noticed something wrong. But she merely looked shocked for a moment, before smiling again. I see. Then I should apologize in advance for the future me. Sorry. That's it? What a boring reaction. What if I was lying to you? Then I can only believe in that lie, because you must have done so with my best interest in mind. Sila's words made her feel a rush of warmth in her heart. Yet, when she recalled the details of her dream, the warmth was dampened immediately. Don't trust me so much. Dummy. Sila, Vita, we're back! Welcome back. You've all worked hard. That's just a small errand, don't mention it. Or rather, that's all we can do. The main event is just about to begin. If we can't rely on the missing Miss Dahl, we have to depend on Vita and Dr. Schrodinger. Yeah, right now, the question remains, how can we successfully connect to the real world? Indeed, just listening to things like basic anchor, world-scale anchors, and access makes my head spin. It's alright. If we don't have a path, we just have to make one. A languid female voice ran suddenly. The idea that had left long ago appeared before them out of the blue. Unbeknownst to them, Prometheus was already following behind her. Just like when they first met on the moon, Miss Dahl approached Sila with great interest and looked around herself. Looks like I came just on time. Miss Dahl, you have impeccable timing indeed. Thank you for the compliment. After all, I've always been a dependable person. And this time, I've already prepared the necessary materials that you all need. Everyone, please follow me. What are you off to, talking to yourself like that? Construction site. Does this metaphor help you understand? You've only made it harder to understand. When she left, Miss Dahl said she could take it upon herself to find the real world's coordinate and look into the potential threat. And next time, she's going to test the result of her work. A few moments later, at the top of the tower. You mean you have a way to immediately construct a path that connects these two bubble universes to the real world? As an
我既然
idea,
身为旅
of
行，
course, I have
当然
aspects
就
that
有
are
一些
different
非同常
from
人之处。
normal people.
总是毫无过程就直
To
接
give
得
a
出结论的
conclusion
可
without
怎么
any
说？
explanation. If Miss
请罗
Kira
小
is
姐
really
如果实在感
interested,
兴趣的话，
perhaps you'll be able to
或许
understand when you
等
become
你
an
有朝一
idea
日
like me
成为
one
和我相
day.
似的旅行之后，就能明白了。唉，好了。
Alright, everyone should be
大家应
used
该
to
也
how
早
Miss
就
Dao
习惯了米
communicates
斯
by
特林的
now.
表达方
Next,
式。
I'll help her
接
explain
下
the
来，
fundamentals
还
of
是
this
由我来
method.
帮他总结这种方法的原理吧。普罗米修斯，
Don't worry,
没关
of
系，
course, I'll
我
respect
当
your
然会保
privacy.
护好你的个人隐私，米斯特林。
Actually,
其
there's
实，
nothing special
米斯
about the
特林所
method that
用的
Miss
方
Dao
法
uses.
毫无特别之处。
She
他之所
acted
以要
alone
单独
only
行
to
动，
efficiently make
只是
use
为
of the
了去充
remnant
分
of
利用
Project
圣痕
Sigma.
计划的残余罢了。
Perhaps Miss Shiguri doesn't
可惜
understand
绮
it
罗
well
小姐还
enough.
不够了解。
Project Sigma is a
圣
technology
痕
that
计划
utilizes
根
humans'
本就
will
囊
to
括了一
construct
种
the
以
space.
人的意志来构筑空间的技术。
Although the
虽然
spiritual
在
space that
Kiara
Project
成为
Sigma
中间支
created
力者
has
的时候，
dissolved with
圣
Kiana
痕计划所
becoming the
创
Herrscher
造
of
的精神空
Finality,
间就
it
已
left
经
some
解体，
construction
但
materials
它
in
还
the
是
Sea
在
of
量子
Quanta.
之海中留下了一些未被回收的建筑材料。
On the
而
other
另一
hand,
方
as an
面，
idea,
作为旅
Miss
行
Dao
的
was
米斯特
originally
林，
one of the
当初
mediums
正
that
是整个
allowed
圣痕
Project
计划
Sigma
得
to
以降
descend
临
on
地球
Earth.
的媒介之一。
If
如
regarded
果
as
仅
an
从一
one-off
次性的
attempt,
角度
she's
来考
capable
虑，
of bringing those
它有
building
能力将这
materials
些
to
建筑
us
材料
and building
召
a
集到
bridge
我
that
们身
connects
边，
this bubble
为
universe to
连
the
同
real
世界
world.
炮与本真世界这个目的架设桥梁。
Of course,
当然，
this
这
project
对
is
他来
extremely
说也是
complex
一
for
项
her
极
as
为复
well.
杂的工程。
Moreover, this
这
makeshift
座临
bridge
时
is
桥
bound
梁
to
本
have
身
many
也
limitations.
必然存在着诸多限制，是这
Isn't
样
that
吧，
so, Miss Dao?
米斯特林？
Promise you summarize it
普罗米修斯
perfectly.
的确总结得非常到位呢。
All in
总
all,
之，
if you can
如
trust
果
my
各位愿意
efforts,
相信我的
our
这些
next
努
step
力，
should be
那么我们接下来的行动就应当是由
have
希尔将
Sela
已经
give the
定落的锚
located
点
anchors to
赋予我们
someone
的某位
here
成员，
so she can
使他暂
temporarily
时与高
connect to
塔
the
连接，
tower and
携带
carrying
好这
the
两个世界
access
的
of the
轴，
two worlds.
再由
This
他
person
穿过
then
我构筑
will
的通
bring
道，
them back to the
将
real
一切
world
带
through
回
the
本
tunnel
真
I
世界。
created.
而如
If
果一
things
切
go
顺利，
according to plan,
这一
this
过程
process will
也可以
bypass
绕过
SA's
所有的潜在
potential
影响。
influence as long as
只要
this
此人
person
能够
returns to
顺
the
利
real
返回
world
本真世界，
successfully.
那么
Even
即
if
使
Sa
苏
is
是与中烟之茧
of
同
the
一
same
量级的存
magnitude
在，
as Cocoon of
凭借
Finality,
Kiana 的
you can
中烟
handle
权能，
Sa with
各
Kiana's
位
authority
也
of
足以与之
finality.
周旋。